Hey everybody, welcome back for day 22 of 100 Days of Halloween. I hope everyone is well and having a great week. I myself am trying to deal with the crud, but we are going to press on. For those of you who are new here, my 100 Days of Halloween, I am joining along with my friend and yarny sis Ranee over at the Woolly Llama Shop. She had been discussing with me wanting to make a Halloween blanket for this Halloween fall season. And I thought it was a brilliant idea because I've wanted to for the last couple years, just hadn't been able to due to a lot of lifey stuff going on. And so her idea to make it more manageable rather than it being this huge, giant, like large undertaking, was to break it down into bite-sized pieces, meaning 6 by 6 inch granny squares, one for every day of the 100 Days of Halloween. And we could either sew them as we went along, or once we get so many, we can sew them together, however you want to do it. And her 100 Days of Halloween is a little more structured. She's got her picks set up in a spreadsheet on her computer that correlate with a number that she is drawing random every day. I myself am not structured whatsoever, which is really shocking for me. I usually am. And I am just doing everything on a whim. I am throwing caution out there, and whatever strikes my fancy and I am inspired to do is what I do that day. So, at the end of it all, we will have, hopefully, 100 6 by 6 inch granny squares with either appliques or different designs or colorways in each square to compile this wonderful blanket for the Halloween or fall season. And we do have some yarny friends that are joining along. All of them will be linked in the description box. At the end of it all, with the 6 by 6 inch granny squares, we'll have 100. By the time you put them together in rows of 10 across and up and down, your blanket is going to be a little over 60 by 60 with all the joins, so about 5 foot by 5 foot plus. I think it's perfect. Now, every day that we do a square, if there is a video tutorial or a pattern description and a blog, all that stuff, we are putting it in that day's description box. I have lately been freehanding a lot of things, so there is no pattern. I will also include that in there if someone is looking. At this point, I have not written anything down. I don't know if I will. Maybe some point later. I don't know. But anyhow, let's get on with this because we're going to try and cut this a little short today before I start coughing and sneezing and all of that, and I really need to go to bed. So we have done our first 10 days, and I do have a video. I just need to get it uploaded to recap those first 10. We just completed our second set of 10, which would be numbers 11 through 20. I have to do a video for that and get it uploaded. I will work on those, I promise. Now we are on our third set of 10. And yesterday, day 21, was our first one for our third set of 10. And if you recall and you saw the video, if not, you can go back and look. I did this Jack Skellington, and he was freehanded. All it was a simple granny square that starts with a circle. And I couldn't find anything that had the type of eyes that I know mostly he has, which are more like a cashew shape. So I went ahead and just freehanded them and gave him some little eyebrows, nostrils, and then his stitched mouth. And that was my day 21. And it was just scrap balls of black and that never-ending ball of white. I'm still using it. But yes, day 21. So what did I do for day 22? Well, if anybody knows me and you know how much I love Nightmare Before Christmas, Beetlejuice, all that, if you've got Jack, then who goes with Jack? Well, let's see. We did Sally. And yes, she is freehanded as well. I started with the same granny square that starts with a circle and turns into a granny square. And then I just freehanded the circle eyes, stitched some eyelashes. I put on safety eyes, and you can tell they are flat on the back. You can't even tell they're in there. They are melted down flat. I did a little nose, her little stitched mouth with her little bitty pouty lipstick, and then did some red hair with her little part. For the granny square portion right here, if you've ever seen Nightmare Before Christmas, you know that Sally wears a stitched together patchwork dress, and that was the vibe I was going for. And I pulled this back out again, the Red Heart Super Saver jumbo stripes in the color neon stripe. So I used that for this, and then I did some little stitches, like putting together her dress right here and everything. So yeah, so she is also free-handed. Maybe I need to stop with so many free-handed. Maybe I could get a little further ahead if I was doing somebody else's stuff. But the inspiration took over, and that's where we went with that. For her blue face, we all know Sally's face is blue. I used this. I love this yarn in the color turquoise. And Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn turquoise is very light. It's not a dark turquoise like Red Heart Super Saver, Mainstays, all of those, or Big Twist. So I went with this one because it closely resembled her face. So, and this was just some scrap red. Same with this. That never-ending ball of white. But there we go. So there's Jack and his Sally. And so we have a Jack and Sally square. Yay! And seeing how, and yesterday I was thinking it was Wednesday, and then it dawned on me, no, it wasn't. It was only Tuesday, but today is Wednesday when you're seeing this. So we are going to include our Wipeout Wednesday just to roll everything in one video to save me some time and some breath. And mainly I decided to do it other than to save me time and breath because it's a Halloween piece, and so it fits right well into the whole 100 Days of Halloween. So we are going to do Wednesday Wipeout Halloween style dishcloth number, I believe it's 48. So let me look real quick. Yes, we did dishcloth number 48. So for those of you who are new here, if you do not know what Wednesday Wipeout is the brainchild of Laura over at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. She had approached in a conversation with our lovely yarny friend Sam over at Memphis Makes with a idea, because Sam had just finished a 2-year-long segment called Tile of the Week Thursday. And she showed her this book right here, A Year of Discloths, and said, hey, Sam, do you want to do another year-long make-along since you just finished Tile of the Week Thursday? And Sam said, no, no, no. Then some conversations took place. Laura was double dog dared, triple dog dared, and here we are, because like a lot of us, she can't turn those down. So what she decided to do for this make-along, because this book is broke down into the 4 seasons, we started last year in September with the winter season. That way we could have all of the holiday seasonal things for winter done by the time the holidays rolled around, in case you wanted to gift them during the holidays. Once we completed winter, we went on to spring. We have completed spring, moved on to summer. We have completed summer, and we are in our 4th and final season of fall. And currently, there are only 9 dishcloths in the fall season. And including this one I'm about to show you, makes the 5th one in fall. So that leaves us only 4 left to do. And then our year of dishcloths will be finished. So what Laura's doing, we are not going in chronological order in these books. She is drawing out the name of the dishcloth at random out of her magic little container. And whatever she draws out, well, lately, she's been playing a game, some off-the-wall games, and that is deciding what dishcloth we're going to do. And it's been a lot of fun. And I kind of wish she would have been doing it all along, but she's brilliant. She's brilliant. She's reeling us in, and we're going to go out with a bang with this for those last 4. But what did she pull out last week? Well, last week, I think it was the game she played was Who Flung Poo. Yes, you will have to go watch her video last Wednesday to totally understand what I'm talking about. But she played Who Flung Poo. Yes, I'm not kidding. And we ended up doing our pumpkin. So I figured Wednesday Wipeout Halloween style could go along with my 100 Days of Halloween Square. So, yeah. So, did I get my pumpkin done? And I was hoping we would do this one because we're doing the 100 Days of Halloween right now. And I knew we would get to it anyway while we're still doing it. But I wanted to do this pumpkin. And, whoa. The information for the book will be down in the description box, and so will Laura's information as well. Go check her out, please. If you do not know our lovely Laura, you will absolutely adore her, just like we all do. She has got to be the most fun-loving content creator there is on the YouTube streets, I'm telling you. So, the pumpkin. Well, I had a scrap ball of orange, and believe it or not, I was playing some yarn chicken, and I probably, by the time I wove in my ends, I only had this much left. So, yeah, we used up the rest of that orange ball. And I was using some of the lime green in Mainstays Cotton. The orange is Lily Sugar and Cream Orange. The green for the leaf is Mainstays Lime Green from Walmart. And I'll show you that again right here. This was Lily Sugar and Cream Orange, some scrap black. I used the lime green Mainstays Cotton, and then I used some brown sugars and cream as well for the stem. And how did my pumpkin turn out versus this one? There we go. I did my leaf a little different, and then I added a little curly Q. Because, you know, every pumpkin's got to have a curly Q. Come on. And I did my stem a little bit different because that one, to me, looked like a wine cork on the one in the book. And no. If you ever grew up on a farm or you went pumpkin picking, all that, you know what a pumpkin stem looks like. So that was what I did with this one. And I like him. He's got that crooked, mischievous little smile. So there's that. So by the time you're seeing this, Laura probably will have already dropped the video for this Wednesday, letting us know, and I don't even know what kind of game she's playing, to figure out what we will be making. But there's only 4 choices left, and this one has not been picked yet, the ruffled square. And then I think there's one more Halloween one. We have not done, I'm almost positive, we have not done this one, the candy corn. We've already done the Thanksgiving turkey-ish. I did a peacock. And we have not done this. Please, no. I'm not feeling very well. I don't want to do this. Not this week. And I'm pretty certain, but we also haven't done, did we do 1, 2, 3? Oh, here's the 4th one. Sorry, guys. The awareness ribbon, which can be done pretty much any color. This one's done in breast cancer awareness colors of pink. If you know someone or you yourself are battling something, you can always do it in the colors of the awareness ribbon that you so choose. So, yep, those are the only ones we have left for whatever game Laura divulges us in to pick what square we're gonna dishcloth we're gonna be doing for next week. So we only have 4 left, and then this whole book is done, and it has been a wild ride. I have been dared, I don't remember if it was a double dog dare or a triple dog dare, to at some point do a make along with this one that people could join in. I just need to research this and make sure this book is still available. And if anybody's really wanting to join it after we've just done A Year of Discloths, if it's still available and people want to do it, we can always hold off till next year once the holidays are over, and then we can start. And this one only has 31 designs in it, so we wouldn't even have to do it every week. Yeah. So there's that. There's that idea, guys. So I guess with that, I'm going to wish you guys a happy 22 days of 100 days of Halloween. A happy day 22 of 100 days of Halloween. And I hope that you are having a great week. You're on hump day, so the rest of the week should be smooth sailing. Let's hope. I hope. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short and let you guys go. And hopefully I am feeling well enough to do a square for day 23 for Thursday. If not, like I said, I will make a post. And maybe if the square is ready, I will just do a video short and get it out to you guys that way. So we can still be on track and still doing our 100 days. And I just won't have to be talking. And yeah. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. And I love you bunches and welcome all the new people. And for all my old OGs, thank you for sticking around and hanging in there with us. And with that, I'm going to say, life is not perfect, so be kind. Try and create something new every day and keep reaching for the stars and your yarn. So till next time, guys. Bye for now.